Jeff, why don't we have you do a couple of regular push-ups on the floor just to see what it's going to be like before you get on the bench?
Well, I guess I really didn't realize that was part of the deal here today, but I'll give it a try. Dave, I'm afraid that's about as many as I can do.
All righty. Pause. Okay.
Dave, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background in athletics?
Well, I've been coaching middle school and high school athletics for about 20 years now. Can't believe it's been that long, but it has. And through the years, I've always noticed, especially at the middle school level, that athletes have a lot of problems doing push-ups for a number of reasons. Number one is they just don't have the strength to do them correctly. And if you don't do them correctly, you can't get a lot of the benefit out of them. And a lot of people get frustrated when they can't do something correctly.
And you're talking about not just high school athletes, but all the way down into the elementary range as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you're talking Little League Baseball, you're talking youth wrestling, youth basketball, all of the sports, anytime you have more upper body strength, and you can do it in a safe way where you don't have to endanger yourself, because really with the push-up bench, you're not looking at using too much weight because it's just your body weight. You know,
Yep.
If it gets too hard, you just step down. You don't have any weights that can come down on it.
And you also mentioned a little bit talking about the correct form, and you're talking about not bending your arms correctly or having high arching back and that type of thing.
Yeah, I think we've all seen some of the bad technique over the years that people that don't have quite enough strength are apt to do because they can't do a full push-up. Let's take a look at some of those bad techniques right now.
Sounds great. Dave, on that last example there, I noticed that he had his knees on the ground. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, that's always been an alternative to doing a push-up, a full push-up by putting your knees on the ground. It's kind of the same idea as a push-up bench, is transferring more weight to the knees instead of the hands. The problem is there's only one level with that, and as you saw, there wasn't correct knee to hip to shoulder alignment, which we'll talk about later. So you're not getting the correct form, and you've only got one place to go there. And we want to have more levels than that if we're really going to do a good strength training routine.
Well, it sounds to me, Lynn, like we've identified the problem.
And the answer to the problem is the push-up bench.